accounting of of businesses being able to get this money. I did not say rose-colored glasses. I said rosy. Okay.
Hey,
So
but check this out, Aaron. Sorry to
what?
interrupt. I know it's your show. I apologize, but I
What's
think
that?
this is a good transition. So
Okay.
one of my big beliefs in business is, it's controversial, but it's one of my takes, is that you don't have a business until you have customers,
Okay.
right? So many times we need to focus on our customers, our products, and bringing money in. Yeah, there's going to be some government resources. Yeah, there's some things out there, but you got to start with yourself. The programs are going to be over soon. How do you get your business to where you want it to be in? That's why Dan is such a great educator and an instructor, and I think he can touch on some of the things that he does, and he could provide and help some of these Florence Square residents.
Wait. See, Pavan, wait. Hold on now. I went there the before, and he just threw it back. So
He knew it was important to touch on these things. He knows Dan, what Dan's the man, because he knows what the people want. And,
okay,
the people want to get
okay.
understanding on some of these government programs, these government things that are going on. The crazy thing is they have webinars. There's so many people and resources right now available that are giving this information available, but right, we know, Dan, right? Just because the information is there doesn't mean you're going to act or do, and it's important to take steps and hold yourself accountable to push it forward and see what you can do. Don't just throw your hands in the air and say it's difficult, I can't do it. It takes some effort, Aaron, and you call it rosy covered glasses, rose colored glasses, but
I
I
did not say
I
that.
call it
I did not
putting
say
in the
that.
work.
Okay, I
I
said
call it putting in the work,
rosy.
Dan.
Okay, but yeah, I agree with Mr. Sandhu. In fact, that's how I came to you when I said money is not the reason why businesses fail. Okay, I mean, I threw that at you, right? And so, what my thoughts is being in the business for well over 30 years in terms of small business consulting. In fact, I think Dan, you probably know that I was the one instrumental in putting in the uh, Franklin Business Information Center. You guys remember back in the day, there were the BICs. Do you remember that?
Yes.
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 Well. I was instrumental in putting together one of the first ones. I think maybe even the first one in the Sacramento County through the Franklin Career Center. That's how important I knew that business and information was to business. And so now here you are, and again, I agree with Ms. Sandhu. We need to know how we can access you and what you have in your brain so that we can be successful even without the grants. You look at Mr. Donaldson, okay? I remember when this building was owned by a conglomeration of people, okay? I think maybe 4, 5, 6 people. And now Tom is doing it by himself. Yeah, he has help, but but he started this thing by himself. He's maintaining it by himself. That takes business development sense, as he says, um, dealing in godly wisdom, right? Now. So through Dan Casas-Murray, what can you tell us, okay, that's going to help us survive even without the grants and the loans?
Wow. I mean, that's what a question. Um, okay, so I mean, there's a lot to talk about, right? But at the end of the day, one of the key things, and I would say this is probably one of the top three things, one of the top three questions to ask when you're looking at your business, you're looking at planning the business or whatever, is how do I sell it? It being that thing of value for which your customers are exchanging currency, right? The value proposition. For me, when I think about business and business models and everything like that, there's really only three questions that I want to answer. And that is, number one is, can I sell it? Number two is, can I make it? And then number three is, will it make money? And if I have all those three questions, then I'm answering the desirability piece, I'm answering the feasibility piece, the viability piece. And if you look at a business plan, those are actually like the three main areas that it covers. So management and operations, okay, that all fits into the can we make it box. Marketing plan, that fits into the can we sell it box. Cash flow and assets and liabilities, profits and loss, that all fits in the will it make money box. All of those things, right? And so I feel like it's a balance, right? So if one of those legs is missing from the model, then it's difficult. And I feel like, when we talk about like, high failure rates of small business and just business in general, I mean, I think you can mostly take a look at it and say, okay, well, what was the main issue? Was it that, the production wasn't making sense? Was it that it wasn't making money or making a profit? Or was it that there were no customers? Now, for me personally, my experience after, let's see, only 3 successes and a lot more fails, probably about 5 to 7 fails, is that can we sell it question. Mm-hmm. That desirability. There's a saying, and that's revenues solve many, many problems, if not all of them. Many problems, because there's always other problems, but for me, it's that question, and it's the toughest question for me to answer, which is, where are the customers? How do I get more? And how do I convince them that what I have is of value? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's the biggest thing for me. Now, if somebody asks me like, okay, Dan, that sounds awesome and that sounds great, but like, how do I get customers? I have dedicated the last like 3 or 4 years of my brain's life to trying to answer that. And I think I have a system that helps me do that. It's very simple, and it consists of basically 3 things that I want to know. When I'm looking at a customer, it's the person that I want to serve, right? It's the person that, I'm passionate about serving. And I see them and I'm like, okay, well, you're trying to do something. You have an objective, right? Like if it's no matter who they are, they're trying to get from point A to point B as your customer, right? They need something. And if I can understand what that is, then that's only one piece of the puzzle. The second piece is I need to know, well, what problems are they having actually achieving that? And the third thing is, well, how does that make them feel? If I have like all those 3 questions like dialed in and answered, and I know for sure, then I have a really great foundation for helping me understand how to get customers. So anyways, that was probably a long way of answering your question, Aaron.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. It made sense. And that's good.